Asia MMA with Will Chope. How are you, Will?
Doing good.
Good. How was your weight cut? Ha ha ha.
The reverse weight cut. Try to gain as much weight as possible in as short amount of time. Yeah.
So did you eat before then?
Oh yeah, we went to there's the street down the road from the hotel. So much food: prime rib, fried rice, chili crab. Yeah, all of it.
Have you done anything in particular to like prepare for this fight?
I've literally just been trying to just gain a lot of weight. Been working my boxing with Arvin Lawani a lot, and my jiu-jitsu and wrestling with Emilio. So he's kind of been my coach this whole camp. It's great because we're fighting our soccer kick rules, and Major's been training at Juggernaut Fight Club now. So anytime we spar, he's training for his 1FC fight right now, and I'm training for this fight. So we've been sparring under soccer kick rules, and we got knee pads and elbow pads. So we've been doing knees on the ground, and I think it's made a difference in the sparring because I don't think a lot of guys really train like that. So.
There's been you guys have put a lot of hype in this. It's got a little bit nasty, but there's a lot of people outside of Asia scratching their heads and saying, why would you fight a guy that's 0-0? What do you stand to win out of this situation?
I don't really win anything besides my purse. Like, I'm just fighting for the money, of course, and then because I make my living almost solely off my fight purses out here. So people need to understand that. Hey, why do you fight low-level guys? Well, I got to make money too. But at the same time, like, me and him have known each other for 2 years now. He's been in Asia, and I personally get insulted when people come to Asia and they start talking shit about Asian MMA, or they start talking about how these guys are low level. I've spent my whole career, almost my entire adult life in Asia and stuff, and so like I feel like Asia's home for me. And so when people talk crap about Asian MMA, I feel like they're talking crap about me and talking crap about my friends and talking how everybody's low level wrestlers. He can beat this guy, beat that guy, and yeah, I took it personally. I'm also like, this one guy said, hey, Will's just jealous because he's just got so famous. And that's a little partially true. I'm a little bit jealous that he got so famous off of being a lot like his lies and his frauds, like, about his career and about his credentials. And I mean, of course, he's charismatic, like, whatever. He's charismatic, like, I'll give him that. But he's charismatic with his lies, and that's what made him really famous. And the guys like me and like other fighters on the card, like Kai Carr, Lenny Wheeler, who've been living in Asia and stuff, like, we've been putting in hard work and training our ass off, coaching and training out at these different fight camps, and we don't get like half the credit that Matt Pellino got. Yeah, I'm out to settle a score and make a statement and make an example out of him.
Is there anything you feel that he brings to the cage that's going to be a little bit difficult for you?
He's definitely the biggest guy I've ever fought. I fought a guy named Tay Kawe, who was pretty big. He's like 82 kilos, but he's Matt Pellino's 90 kilos, so I'm a little worried about that. If he does get me on the ground, because a lot of my old students are his students. Like, we've had, like, because I've coached in Malaysia, and like a lot of guys jump gyms in Malaysia, and he's coached in Malaysia. So a lot of my students have a lot of respect for him. They have a lot of respect for me, and they won't take sides. So that, to me, that tells me something, that I still have to take him seriously, because they obviously respect him. So and they've trained with him, and I've never trained with him. So maybe he is good. Maybe he is pretty decent in the gym. I don't know, but I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna take this fight serious. I've been training like really hard. So yeah, just gotta worry about his size and worry about his wrestling a little bit, and then take it to him.
Okay. You and I talked a long time ago about your career skyrocketing, and you did a lot of self-PR. You're an outspoken dude. You always say what you feel. Sometimes it gets you into trouble, and it's also gotten you, shot in the UFC. So obviously this is a one-off fight with MIMMA. Next season maybe you would come back if you weren't signed. But what are you looking at as your future now? You're still really young, and you have a world ahead of you in the sport.
Yeah, I'm still just trying to constantly improve. I'm coaching out in Singapore now, living there, and I got a good team finally. Like, because that's always been the problem before. I've been coaching at gyms where not like high-level fighters, but I'm coaching at a gym with high-level fighters, so I'm getting better there. And I just want to keep fighting as much as I can, and I hope that the UFC will take me back, whether it's a year or 2 years from now, whatever, but I'm just going to do the same thing I did before, try to get a 10, 14, 15, whatever, get a win streak going, and hopefully somebody they won't ignore me, and they'll take me back. That's the plan. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's years down the road, you still have a future, a huge future. Tell me about some of the organizations you fought in. Like, what has been like the craziest organization, craziest fights you've been around? And
probably China. Like, I've actually Yeah, I mean, well, mainland China is you have these crazy huge shows and they're sold out and they're in like these massive stadiums that nobody ever hears about in K1 and MMA but like you'll show up, they'll change opponents on you, change the rules, they want the locals to win, and those have been kind of crazy. But I fought in a lot of little like club shows too, and it's really cool too when like the crowd is on the cage, outside of the cage, and they're screaming at you. You take the guy down and you're looking at the crowd and they're just screaming all kinds of stuff, and that's been always cool. My favorite show of all time has to be Pro FC still. Like I love Pro FC in Taipei. They're definitely my favorite shows. But I started my career there. I still fight for them and love the promoter. Royals always have my back, and yeah, I definitely plan to keep fighting for them in the future. So.
Who do you see as some other guys that, like, maybe even in this the MIMMA tournament, some other guys that are coming up you look at and say, hey, he's got some talent?
Definitely Hyman. It sucks that he came in overweight. He's not going to fight tomorrow because he came in overweight. But it sucks. A lot of people don't know this tournament. They're already kind of talking crap about him but for 4 weeks straight, I mean not 4 weeks, for 4 fights straight, every 6 weeks he's had to cut weight and make 57 kilo. And then now this time it kind of caught up to his body, and now he had a hard time making the weight. And so his fight got canceled. But actually I train with Hyman a lot, and he has a lot of talent, definitely a bright future because he's only like 19 years old. And yeah, I definitely think he's going to be like the brightest future prospect of Malaysian MMA, along with the Super brothers as well, Keanu and Gianni Suba. Gianni's already in 1FC, but Keanu is definitely really, really good too. So, somebody asked me too what I think about Malaysian MMA in a few years, and I say as long as Toon Talk and MIMMA keep supporting, the government keeps supporting MMA, I think in a couple of years you're going to see some UFC contenders. For sure, some guys make it to the UFC eventually.
It's pretty encouraging. What have you been doing in your off time?
Training, just because I'm training and coaching. I live at the gym in Singapore, so wake up to the gym and then go to sleep with the gym. So it sounds kind of cool, but really I feel like a bum who just lives in the gym. but yeah, I mean, just been enjoying Singapore, just kind of travel around. Every time I get the chance, I go back to Phuket, and I go back to Phuket Top Team. I see my son and spend time with him as well. So, and that's what I'm gonna do after this fight, is go back to Phuket for like a week, and so yeah, just been chilling.
Yeah, I guess your glamorous life and the Will Chope has now turned into like.
It's been all family man now. It's got the boring man now. Live in the gym, work, send money to the wife.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, like I said, it really sucked when I got kicked out of the UFC, and everybody think I've been having a hard year, which it was hard for that month. That was a shitty month. That was the worst month of my life, I think. And I had lost my Pro FC fight. I was supposed to have a rebound fight right away, and I lost that fight against a Korean I shouldn't have lost to. And but now that I'm at Juggernaut, and I'm surrounding myself with people who really care about me now, and I know what's important, and yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely happy. Just trying to improve myself every day now. So, yeah.
How old are you now?
Only 24. Just turned 24 September, so that's it.
How do you feel about your body now maturing?
I feel a lot stronger, definitely. Just what they call it, man muscle, getting that man muscle. but yeah, so yeah, definitely feeling the man strength coming along and getting a little bit bigger. It's harder to make 66. I can still make it, but it's getting a little bit harder. But I still plan to stay at 66 kilos or fighting at featherweight. So yeah, feeling good. I'm starting to peak. Hitting my prime slowly, I think.
And you still got guys like fighting, into their 40s now.
Yeah.
And even like a lot of the Japanese guys.
The magic of HGH, right? Just kidding. But
like Uno and Takumi.
Yeah, Takumi's just beat Wataru Miki. That was not that long ago, right?
Crazy stuff.
So I hope to be like those guys. Like Dan Severn was always my idol because he fought till he's 52. I hope I can fight that long. Like I really do want to fight that long. People think I'm crazy, but if you love the sport, you love the sport, right?
How do you keep your condition so good? Because you've been like one of the guys who you take fights all the time. Everybody knows that about you. But how do you stay in good condition?
I think coaching helps, just because you're always coaching at the gym, so you always have to be active. So if another fight comes up right away, you're already in pretty decent shape. I'm always in pretty decent shape just from coaching, because I can't be like a slob and get out of shape for my students, or they'll kind of judge me. So yeah, because it becomes coaching full time too. Like that's always been help. And then like I made sure I live in Asia now, just so I can always be at a training camp and I can live off my fight purses, because it's a cheaper cost of living. So just like it's my full-time job now. I've been lucky not to get any injuries. People think, oh, how do you not get injured? But I think I've been lucky so far. Just nothing serious has happened, so that's good.
How do you see tomorrow ending?
Soccer kick. I definitely want a soccer kick. I want to use the rules or sprawl the knees. Use like sprawl because I know he's gonna shoot in. So sprawl on him, use the knees, or just use my boxing, use my reach, and just show that the experience is gonna pay off. Like my experience compared to his is gonna be totally different. So
I'm looking forward to the fight.
yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks.